Hello everybody, Northern Hero here. How are we doing? It's been very hot weather lately, hasn't it? You know, well, it has in Great Britain. Although, I'm not a major fan. You know, I feel really itchy, clammy. You know, got a few allergies and all, hay fever. My eyelids aren't half been itching. Sneezing a bit. Alright, yes, there are hay fever tablets what you can get, well, anti-hay fever tablets should I say. I did have one day, but I felt so drowsy, mega tired, I kept drinking water and I weren't getting any work done. Jesus, I want to combat this hay fever. It's not as bad as what it used to be, but now and again, you know, today I felt a bit itchy. I was alright at first. It's like my eyes, to be honest. I weren't sneezing as much today. However, I got some Becca's nasal spray, you know, squirt it up your nostrils. Yeah, I think that's probably a little bit better, but I gave my nostrils 2 squirts each, and my eyes were still itchy a bit. It might stop the sneezing. You never know, it might do it worse, or you buy more anti-hay fever tablets or whatever. I've got some anti-hay fever eye drops and all. Well, I had to pick something. The Becca's nasal spray was £6 on its own, or you could pick 2 items for £6. So everyone's going to pick 2 items for £6, aren't they? Do you know what I mean? Isn't it funny sometimes that you've got a lot of things to do but you don't know what to do? Or you just can't be bothered, you just put telly on, flick channels for half an hour. I mean, I've got quite a few things to do, but when I came back, you know, my bedroom's hot and you know, I just couldn't be bothered. You know, just needed a bit of time to relax and that. Well, I put the news on and it's crazy how this country is going, you know. A guy has been jailed for 28 years for killing a man on a train. I mean, I don't know what happened, but they had an argument. And the victim had his son or a relative with him. And the other guy stabbed him, I don't know, it was between 10 and 20 times. Good grief. I mean, there's people on the streets that are absolutely insane. And we need to ask Jesus Christ for protection, my friends, because we don't know when somebody's going to approach us. You know, he might call us a name, or she, you know. And also, you know, you get a lot of beggars, don't you, coming up to you. I went into a car park the other day, Tesco's actually, and a lass ran to my car. Oh, excuse me, I need some money, I'm not living anywhere, and then she was giving me this story about her daughter. Well, I thought, you know, I've not really, you know, I did feel genuinely sorry for her, even if she's exaggerating a bit, you know. I just thought, well, so get her £1.40, then she says, oh, actually I need £5, you ain't got any more money. I thought, you know, it's getting a bit ridiculous. I mean, she had a smartphone, but it were all smashed and cracked. But, you know, it's getting more cashless, isn't it? Society. When is it going to happen when people are going to be begging money off you? I mean, and then if they've got a smartphone, they're gonna say, excuse me, you couldn't transfer me some money into my bank account, could you? Look, I've got my mobile. Just put here, £5. Put it in. Seeing people begging is not very nice, and I'm lucky, and you are lucky as well, to be brought up healthy and normal. I don't know how people get into it. I mean, obviously there's a lot of drugs involved when people are homeless. You know, things can go wrong. People can lose their jobs, and then obviously if they can't, I mean, there's always help, isn't there? You know, I just feel really sorry for people that are homeless and some begging and that. And there's more and more in town, isn't there? I mean, charges are going up in town. You know, parking charges, whereas people are going elsewhere to have a drink or whatever, or have a meal. And you know, I think people probably prefer to go to shopping centres to shop. You can't blame them, can you? I found out, this is new news now, I found out recently that somebody from a church, well, somebody who used to go to church, used to be the drummer, has attempted suicide. Nah, I knew this person, and it's just a shame what comes out of people. The mind boggles. You know, his name's Paul, so I want people to pray about him and pray that he'll come back to Jesus. His mum once said, pray for him, he doesn't believe anymore. I mentioned this to a Christian, and he said, no. I said, well, he used to be a drummer at a church. He says he don't believe anymore. He says, no, look, I don't think he ever believed at all, because once you've got Christ and you know, the Holy Spirit and that, what can separate you? But the enemy comes to steal, kill and destroy, and that's what the enemy has probably done to Paul. You know, there is demons about, and we've got to keep praying to God for protection. I remember him saying though that he doesn't, there's only a few people that actually talk to him from church, but I don't. Life isn't about going to church, but as long as if you leave church, always have a belief in God. Do you know what I mean? You know, it's good to get involved and worship God and that, but there'll be times when you can't be bothered. I mean, I went the other week and I thought to myself, I'm knackered, I wish I stayed at home. I know I might have gone for a reason though, do you know what I mean? But I were really shattered, and I thought, oh. And you know, when you can't be bothered to chat, and people are talking, well, you've got to talk, it's part of church, isn't it? It'd be a bit boring if nobody talked. Although, you know, I like to talk myself from time to time. Years ago there were two big chatterboxes, and they used to drain me, and thank you God I haven't seen them for a while. Although I'm not against them, you know, they might be nice people, but I couldn't seem to move. I couldn't seem to say, I've got to get home or whatever. One bloke was called David, and he used to chat, and for some reason he used to come up to me. Don't get me wrong, some of the things were interesting, and I do like a chat myself. I don't want to sound like an hypocrite, although a lot of us are, you know, we all enjoy things sometimes. I mean, a lot of people like having dinner and tea with a lot of friends and that and stuff. Well, yesterday I went to Burger King on my own. I'll tell you what, it's the first time I've been for a while on my own, and I extremely enjoyed my own company. You know, obviously I weren't talking to anybody, only the woman behind the till when I told her what I wanted. Tell you what, Whopper meals have gone up in price. £6.49. It weren't long ago when they were £4.99. Good idea do Burger King these days, isn't it? Tell you what though, it was lovely. And I just really enjoyed being on my own. You know, there were a few other people in, but it wasn't packed. And, you know, in fact, I've been to a cafe and pub on my own now and again. Someone once said, "Oh, you're a art weirdo, going into a pub on your own." Not really. I like that day. I was boiling out and I was passing. I just thought I might get a bottle of lager and sit outside. Don't think there's nothing wrong with it, is there? Some people might think there is, but it's their problem. You go to church on your own. Although you can go to church with friends, but I've been to church with friends and that. But it's the Holy Spirit that draws me. Do you know what I mean? I don't go for laugh. I go wherever God wants me to go to. And a lot of things I have prayed about and that, but that vision was very powerful, what I had with the church that I'm going to now, because I was thinking, what church shall I try out now? I was thinking about trying, and I saw a very strong picture, although it's probably a picture, because a vision is a moving, something moving, you know, like a film. So I saw a picture of the church with all arrows going down to it, as though, come here, or go here. I wasn't actually going to go. It took me a couple of months actually. Well, I've already told you I had another YouTube video, so I'll not bother talking about that again. Pray for me mum and dad, and they're not well, you know, keep praying. Yeah, have a blessed weekend. I don't think there's anything else to say. See you soon. You're currently watching Northern Hero 099 on YouTube, and yeah, I just pray that you'll have a great 2019, because it hasn't finished yet, has it? There's great things coming this year for you. Great things are coming. God's got plenty in store for us, don't forget that. And I've read the Bible now. I've been through the Bible from A to Z. I haven't studied it. Oh, there's 5 minutes left. I haven't studied the Bible, but I have read it. I mean, what am I talking about? I have listened to it from my headphones, and I know I've accomplished that task. So I will still be continuing to read various chapters and books of the Bible. I actually wanted some Call of Duty music on in the background, but it hasn't worked. So I'm gonna get back to the Bible, and but yeah, I believe that something great is coming in my life, because on a YouTube video from a few years ago, when I said I'm going to go through the Bible and I shook, well, something good has already happened, because I'm now chief executive of a company. I've got 2 jobs, so obviously, but I believe it could be other good things as well. I'm Northern Hero. In fact, I might read something from the Bible in a bit while I've got my camcorder on. Why not? Why not? It's great to read the Bible. I'll have to have a look where I kicked off from last time. Anyway, hope you're enjoying Wimbledon if you're watching it. I don't watch it much, even though I've got my tennis clothes on, you know, the white hat, white t-shirts. So I'm in my tennis clothes actually, apart from my shorts, they're not white. So, you know, there's a lot of people that's right into Wimbledon. I think when I retire, I might watch it, you know, because it's a bit too long, you know, when you're working and that, and, you know, there's other things to do, isn't there? But yeah, actually I might start watching it, because it can be interesting.